Date time on the $200 SVT Focus. So after last time we figured out that the timing belt was broken, and I decided I was going to pull the engine and just go through everything. I assumed we would have some bent valves, so the head would have to come off, new valves, get all that straightened out. So this project's kind of been on the back burner for a couple of months, but this weekend I finally got time to push enough stuff out of the way in the shop to get the car in here where the door was shut. That's a small miracle in itself. So I started trying to pull the engine with my cherry picker over here, just a Harbor Freight cherry picker, and I was having a heck of a time actually getting the engine out the top. The forums say it will come out of the top, but that wasn't happening for me yesterday, and I was ready to see inside the engine, and the head was all exposed there, looking like it wanted to be taken off. So I went ahead and stayed up late tonight and pulled the head, and the bottom end looks pretty good. The pistons obviously have some marks on them where the valves hit, but I think I can just deburr that, smooth up the top of the pistons. There will be very slightly less material in there, so it'll have a super slightly lower compression, but I don't think that'll be an issue because I'm just talking about barely taking a little bit of metal to clean up the burrs, mainly like on this one here. You can see, well, it actually just broke off, but there's this little piece of the piston there that got taken off by the valve. There you go. Yeah. Just clean up all that stuff, smooth it up. But the bores look really good. They're nice and smooth. There's a little bit of surface rust in some of them, but I don't think that'll be an issue. And I think that'll all be okay. But moving on to the big question of the day. I didn't see anybody say this on any of the forums, but every single valve is bent. See, there's all the intakes, or the exhaust actually, on the bottom down there. They're all bent open. All the intakes, huge gaps. So I think this engine must have died a very high RPM death. And looking at the timing belt pulleys here that are destroyed and the belt was riding on the back half, I'm thinking that this may have been the incorrect timing belt setup for this engine, because I know it's slightly different for this versus regular Z-Techs. So the big question will be, how much are all the valves? What all has to be done to get this head back to proper working condition? And is there any non-SVT heads that are comparable in performance? It seems like it's pretty similar to a ZX2 head. I know ZX2s had the variable cam timing as well. So I don't know if a Z-Tech head will work. If you know, comment below. As always, it helps if you like and subscribe. I haven't forgotten about this project. Now I want to be researching the best way to move forward from here, and we'll see if we can't either get the valves, new valves in this head, or get a new head and see if we can't get this thing running. Also, the wiring on this thing is pretty much a disaster, so there will be a lot of cleanup and fixing as we go back together. Oh, and I did want to show, well, can't really see it. Yeah, that may be a shot for the next video. Anyway, we'll catch y'all later.